see, I can run the ad now and get rid of it for an hour. So I'm gonna get rid of this ad. Okay, so that's how I keep track of it then. That works. Ooh, let me do that. Hey, what's going on, Dubson? Yes, it is. How are you doing today? And sorry, I just ran and I'm not even sure if you can hear me. Okay, you can't hear me? Alright. Sorry, I just threw an ad to start off so I can like get rid of them. I hate having to keep track of the things. I would rather that they just don't be a thing, but whatever. But yeah, like I played this on an emulator like way back. But if you know Arthur Pandivorous, he did Trials of Mana. I want to say like about a month ago, and I kind of guided him into doing like a boys club run. So I figured I would do the original, but do a girls club run. So I got here a couple, or I guess last week, but I think it was yesterday. I just spent like about an hour or so just going through this area and getting a couple levels because the struggle is getting kind of real. Yeah, I really like the game. I'm considering getting Trials of Mana. I hate it when they get that off. Hey, what's up, Bob? I've only really dabbled with Parsec for like the older Mario parties, like 4 through 7. So I do know you can control, like, you can have, I think actually up to 3 people play this and have each person control a different character. But it's not too hard to keep track of, so it's not too big of a thing. But let me ask you something completely unrelated, Duffs. Are you gonna go to Twitch Paris this year? So, not exactly Fuse, but I made a community goal for a cooking stream. You should be able to see it. It should just say. It doesn't even say anything about cooking. What the hell? What clickbait? I said giving community goals a try. So I don't know what you read, Fuse. Oh, so when I said the thing, you thought I meant that I was going to be cooking the next day. Is that what you thought? No. No, that's not how this works. What I was saying It's not down there. Let's pause this really quick. And yeah, I did it a couple hours ago. So let's go ahead and fix that right away. Oh, I forgot to hit start. There we go. Alright, now you should see it. I was like, I know I set it up, I just forgot to hit start on it. Yeah, there it is. So, yeah, the plan is, I'm only gonna do the streams on the weekends because just getting back into the gym and being busy with work and stuff. But I did the calculation. So basically, if I stream 3 hours each on Saturday and Sunday, then if 12 fresh people were to watch those 3 hours for those 8 days, they should have enough to like put the points into it. So that I figure if that's the case, then even though I haven't been doing this for long, like if I were to cut that in half and say 5 or 6 people that watch at least for like the parts that I have since I've had the channel points or whatever, they'll probably be able to reach it. So yeah, appreciate that, Salila. So yeah, it'll be ISTIL, so the next 4 weekends. Alright. We'll see how that works out, but how are you doing today, Salila? And how are you doing today, Fuse? I just finished explaining to Fuse that I will be streaming for 3 hours each on Saturday and Sunday. So that if fresh people were to watch, it would only take 12 to be able to reach the goal. So presumably, people that have seen it for... Oh yeah, that's not going to happen. Seen it for... Our group of people that have seen it for longer, but it can be smaller, should be able to reach the goal. And that could have been a very dangerous fight. It's good to hear you're doing well. Yeah, plans for the weekend. There's probably a golden statue around here somewhere. Or some enemies. Nope! She did. She might be dead. She is dead. And he did that right before he died. That's great. So busy day today, it seems. Or this weekend. But yeah, don't burn yourself out running around. That's good enough. Fair enough. No. Damn. So much damage. Now that is a difficulty with doing the girls club run is they take a lot of physical damage. And this is still very early in the game where most of the enemies are going to do physical damage. Hey, Ashley, thanks. Oh, I see. Solala's going around giving the pitch, huh? I suppose that's fair. What? Nope. Nope. Get that off. You're doing that shit from off screen? Really? What's going on, Ghost? Here we go. There. I'll allow that. I know the context. How many did y'all? Huh. It's 5,000 in it already. Is this the? It is. What is this way to? I don't think it's holy, but I'll give it a try. I think it's ice. How's it? Yeah, that's not gonna. It's not gonna fly. Oh, shit, change to a dragon, alright. Finish using ninja spells. Go ahead and heal yourself. Get rid of that. That lunatic? Yes, that was lunatic. He's gonna hit my whole party with lunatic. So the lunatic spell, what it does is it reduces your maximum HP by 20 to 30%. I don't remember the exact percentage, but obviously that can be a problem when we're already kind of low in that area. And this fight is kind of a lot easier to manage when I have a multi-pass or multi-target attack spell. And healing at that, but it's also taking a while. I've been doing alright, man. Just keeping relatively busy. Let's go ahead and get that heal out. Ooh. That was a lot of damage. I cannot do. When they're kind of sucks whenever the boss's menu and I can't do anything. I can't go into my own menu. And Angela's down. Oh, she's not down yet. I've been trying to get in the menu that whole time just to throw a heal on her. Alright, Holy doesn't work on the priest. That's good to know. There's a lot of menuing in this, more than I remember. Especially with the magic-centric team. Why am I missing that attack? There we go. Thank you for getting that heal off. Okay, I see where the notifications are now. And taking a whole lot of damage. And not going down. There we go. That was enormously easier than the first time I did it. And the good thing about this is you get a full HP MP heal after every boss, if I remember correctly. No, I forgot we go right into another boss. Should have gone and saved it. Well, that's not great. See how he reacts to spells. If my thinking is right, he's going to do that counterattack every time I do a spell or something. Let me try one more spell and see if that's the case. And if so, I can't use spells. Yep. Counter spells with Shadow Dive. Good thing is they don't counter level 1 supers. Damn, take my health out. That sucks. Oh, it counted. Hello, Takas. Thank you. Why are they shadow diving so much? That fight can be such a bitch. I'm surprised that actually went as smoothly as it did. I don't think there's another boss, but I'm gonna go save. And I can't. At the least let me move some items over. By the way, if an ad pops up, please let me know so I know when to stop. I need to probably pay more attention to that. Yeah, the flowers don't work on your enemies anymore either. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, back to Fort Santa. It's not bad. I don't think there's... I mean, there's a cannon, but it's over by the flowers. So we'll head that way. I don't imagine that earth spells will work on them. As much, but we'll see. No, they do. So these just opposites. Whenever we get to the cannon, I'll probably run the minute ad. Just to get rid of the other ads for a while. Or the candy could not be here anymore. That's dope. I guess we're taking the long way. Or the regular way. So I'll do that whenever we get to the ship. Ooh. Not a bad item. I didn't realize I was under half health on lease, but is he kneeling? Looks like it. Excuse me. Oh, there goes Hawk. Or should just stay here? No, I'll just save. See how much it is at the next place. I don't think they'll have any new weapons or anything. Or maybe it will. Let's see what they got. Or at least their attack is getting respectable. Did not mean to press that. Good thing I have some in storage. so we got the weapons. Let's see what the armor looks like. Alright, I'll probably take a break in about 3 minutes and do the ads. I'm gonna go ahead and run this 1 minute ad. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to get up and move around for a sec. Good thing that we have holy magic, all these dark enemies. And a shopkeep at that. Oh, you can buy walnuts now. That's probably good. Because thankfully, since we have a healer, we don't need too much, so that'll probably last us a good portion into the game. We do need these though. That should definitely hold us for a while. Looks like I need to be more proactive about healing. Yeah, they are doing some damage. Still alive over here. Excuse me, sorry. Let me check the other staircase first. It's just a regular zombie. Those are not regular zombies. Luck could have been terrible with these. So remember that. Okay, so I would have had to come this way anyways. And I'll show why before. Hey, what's going on, Ghost Pilot? Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Alright, that makes sense now. How you doing, Ghost Pilot? Oh, that is a ghoul, not a zombie. So let's go ahead and not do that. Yeah, so that's why he needs to do that wall thing. And that's why it has this here. And that's why we're going to take a snap. Or not. Nice. It always feels good kind of being productive. Now, how can I sleep in here? No, you bitch. Taking heavy damage. I got a couple of things done myself so far today. So I'm feeling pretty decent. Excuse me, allow me to keep burping into the mic. And after I finish with this stream, I will be going to the gym. And while he's shucking and jiving his way up here, let's go ahead and do that. So, Ghost Pilot, you didn't even want to ask about the goal at all, huh? You just saw it and threw some points in there? Yeah. I should not be surprised that there was Delilah. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is, um, I had the cooking stream already set to like individual channel points. Obviously, I don't do this nearly enough for that. So, um, I was like, all right, like I'll make it more accessible by making it 100,000. I'll stream about 3 hours on Saturday and Sunday each. I don't think I used to freaking sit here this long because I'm like, I literally want to just fall asleep. Um, but provided that it is met, and I set it to where if roughly a dozen people that have never been here are here for the duration of the 24 hours, ironically enough, um, for like the 4 weekends, they would have just enough points based on like all the rewards and stuff, and just point accumulation over time to be able to do it. So that way, like, if there's roughly 8 people that had seen it before or had been in, I guess, the stream before, they would have a pretty easy time reaching the goal by the end period. Like, how many points do you have left since you put in that 2,000? So here is the gimmick. Here is 370. So she says that, but we actually are going to trade places because as it stands, as much as this could be a chore with all 3 of them, just these 2 will not have enough damage to be able to contend. So I actually need my physical damage dealer. $370. And thankfully, like, it will put her a little bit behind in experience, but she's between these 2. Or actually, she might be ahead. She's either between these 2 in experience or ahead of all the other 2, so it's not going to be too much of a detriment. And we can make up for the deficiency with items. Yeah, I think it still should be fine at 370. It should be just enough points. And probably what I'll do, I don't think it won't be met. But what I'll do if it's not is, like, I'll just say I'll refund it, and I didn't pay, which is why I bought those walnuts. I'll refund it and then maybe increase it like 25,000. The goal that is. But they better not. Damn it. Ooh, getting a combo. And the goal is to make things that like seem fancy but are actually pretty easy to make at like your Walmart or something like that. Oh. Hey, what up, Arthur? Thank you for the raid. What's going on? Nabs, Arthur, and Phil, and Oki. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Alright, cool, it works.
Defeat it first, and we can
Fucking
figure out
grapple
what's
rod.
going later.
No.
Okay, poison bubble.
Yeah, so
Oh, Lord!
actually I was telling people that before that since I
This
had to
ball
do
is so big. Look at
the boys club run, I'm doing the girls club run. On the original copy. And then there's Arthur's channel. And Arthur, despite his penchant for RPGs and Metroid, is actually a let's say a world-class troll. Him and Napsters. Though, thankfully, they don't focus that energy on me. They focus it on other less fortunate people. What's going on, Patara? And you should not be surprised that Arthur stole the raid message. You can argue either one, Patara. But yeah, I'm doing the girls club run of Sega Necessity 3. It's the original game that inspired that Trials of Mana that you saw Arthur playing. Besides that, I was actually just telling Ghost Pilot about the community goal that I have. So, there's been a few people that have, I guess, expressed interest in seeing me do, that's fair, Nasters. That's fair. There's been a few people that have expressed interest in, I guess, having me do a cooking stream. And I haven't set for an individual channel point goal, but it's kind of, I might need to heal and use the walnut now. It's kind of high for a single person. So I decided I would make it a community goal and set it at 100,000. I do not need these. Excuse me. Actually, I really don't need the dart, is what I don't need right now. So what it is, the way I got to 100,000 was like, all right, if there's a dozen people that watch, starting from square one, I stream 3 hours, Saturday, Sunday for the next 4 weeks each day. Then a dozen people started from square one should have enough to reach the goal. So with like the normal accumulation and the quote unquote reward you have to click and stuff like that, watching X amount of days in a row, it actually should come out to like 110 or 112,000. So more than enough. So it also lends itself to if there's people that have watched a bit since I like did the or started doing affiliate, they should have enough for 6 or 8 people roughly to reach the goal over that same time span. But what it is like I said, I will be showing you generally how I cook, but also since I have no problem eating more normal foods, obviously, a part of it is that I will be showing how you can make things that appear, is it cool in here? Appear fancier than they are, for lack of a better term. Like there's some stuff where I'll get the bulk of my ingredients from Walmart or something equivalent, and just like this is how I put it together, so on and so forth. So like it seems fancy, but it's really just the presentation, cooking methods, stuff, or something along those lines. So that's why I kind of ended up calling it Everyone Can Cook from Ratatouille. I couldn't get an image correctly to fit in there. It's because it's like, hey, anybody can really make this. It's just knowing what you're doing and putting in the time to do it. And it's not really like super time consuming, depending on what you're doing. Some parts, yes. But it's also, I don't do so much of the active cooking where you're like over the pan. I prefer to, not that I don't do, but I prefer to like be able to roast several things so I can focus more of the time on preparation. It doesn't really matter. They both have about the same luck. And it's kind of working out better than with Carly anyways. I could have sworn there is, but apparently there's not. Okay, so I have to heal really quickly and drop a fairy walnut on Angela. Alright, we're good. So what really makes this fight challenging is you're only allowed 2 of your party members. It is even worse if none of your party members can do damage, specifically holy damage. Because it turns this fight into a whole bitch. It's, from what I've seen, it's kind of easier to navigate in the 3D version just because 3D, you can avoid some stuff, but there are certain attacks in this that you literally cannot avoid. And also, Arthur, did you already beat yeah, the 3D having dodge, like this specific attack, you know which one it is. You can't dodge it in this version. You just have to eat that hit. But you can dodge it in 3D. Arthur, did you end up beating Dread already? I was watching until like the last hour and a half, roughly hour 40 minutes. Yeah, I saw you still backtracking. I didn't know how close you were. And the other good thing about having holy magic is I can also hit him when he's invisible. Or when he's up in the air, which you cannot do obviously without it. So you were a little shy of 100%. And while I'm at it, let me give her another. Gotcha. And we'll see how long this game takes. Fairy walnuts are only 50, so I'll use another one. I'll probably get at least 5 or 6 more uses out of it before the boss is down anyway, so. Is it a huge nerf or is it a buff in the Trials version? Because if I recall right, you cannot have more than 99 magic points in this version. It's not like I cast spells on her anyways. I don't have any. Oh, word? You're getting tight on the candies though. Yeah, the spell cost is pretty damn cheap in this one. At least for these attack spells. Oh, nice. I was about to say, it should always be done. That was definitely also easier than the first time I played this. I mean, actually didn't even gain the level, so Carly won't really be behind. Oh, dang, I didn't even see. Thank you for the follow, Phil. Like 15 minutes ago. I probably should have put alerts in, but I don't feel like I do this often enough to be putting in a whole ton of alerts, but I guess we'll see. Have you seen this version of the game a lot, Arthur? Gotcha. The good news is, since we didn't gain a level, but we got closer, as soon as we get a level, we'll get Angela's next spell, presumably. There's plenty of mode 7 in this game. Can you see, like, when you're looking at this and then reflecting on your play, can you see like so much of where all the scenes came from and the environments? You're like, oh, I know exactly where that is and what it looked like in 3D compared to 2D. I figured I would have run into something by now, but there is not here. Here we go. Yeah. That's what I liked about it when I saw it, is that really the biggest change is like the special attacks from what I've seen. Oh damn, she's way back there. And that's mostly because, like, how do you animate those in a 3D space? But I did like that they, like, when they added stuff on, they didn't really take anything away. And they didn't kind of change stuff unnecessarily, from what I could tell. Just random paths to nowhere. I guess that's the loop if you want to do some grinding here to catch like your teammate that was left behind up. Hit strike. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Or not. How so? And so I haven't played Secret of Mana myself. So like, how does this appear different? Well, I guess like I know you do like the whole weapon leveling system and magic leveling system, but like, what else strikes you as different? And you think this is more what Secret of Mana should have been like? Ah, got the worst one. Yeah. I'd say that's probably a pretty solid idea. I think this other one leads into the town then. Excuse me. Yep. Yeah, that, I would say, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good assumption, though. I'd say for the time, it's pretty, it feels pretty intuitive. Like, obviously, you kind of break things up with the item ring and magic system by having to go into the menu like mid-battle versus the hotkeys that you have in the remake. But I think also the ring system is pretty reminiscent of Secret of Mana, if I remember correctly. As far as like using it for magic, I mean, you have to like go into the ring system, and then you can scroll through your allies. I would like to try out the Secret of Mana remake on Switch. Yeah, the knockback can definitely get you. Oh, must be an item shop then. Ooh. Restock these. Get another couple of those. And some more of these. Let me save after doing all that. I'm gonna run the minute ad real quick. I'll be back in just a second. Or I guess just a minute. Alright, the ad should be done. I hate throwing heals. Let's not do that. Oh, okay, none near me to that. Let's try that then. Ooh, that defense power down is not. It's a little nasty. Bro. You do so much damage with all that defense down. Arthur, just out of curiosity, how many shadow points do you have? Alright, yeah. Let's try Evil Gate this time. .9? Alright. Yeah, I think the goal should be achievable then. There's a decent number of people coming in with like roughly 2,000 points already. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely need to start raising stamina because I am taking way too much hits. Okay, I'll be right back. But since I'm gonna be right back, I guess this is a good time to see if this break screen works. Well, let's try that out, shall we? Where's the break screen? Let's see. Yeah. First, let's see if that part works.
Yeah, Bean Boozled shot a jizz. Yeah, it's like, okay guys, I've reached my 150 out of 300 pound dono goal. Time to make myself a drink.
Nice and big right there.
Okay, bottoms
What
up.
film clip is that? Because I cannot hear it.
Oh,
Because I don't have myself in the background.
thanks. Dono.
So I wonder if... Can I stack these? Let's try and see if I can stack these.
Damn it! I can't. This is a painful, painful existence. Damn it. Yes! Fucking finally! Jesus! Yes. Excuse me! Excuse me! You son of a bitch. Snail. I hope someone feasts on your dead corpse as escargot. Oh. Oh my god. I can't.
Brainless Randy. There he is, drooling and all.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Especially not today. Oh! I'm now a Twitter clip.
What's this? The old switcheroo? As usual, the Hell House is up to no good! Our tremendous students put on their hard hats! On you!
I'll take care of them.
To make this house come to
Tagging out.
I got
Oh my god, the speed of her run! I don't want to climb! No, they're climbing some shit! Oh my god! Grandma's gonna die! Grandma's gonna die! Ah, Grandma's dead! I'm trying to kill her so bad! I don't know what the buttons are!
Okay, so that part works. Let's try this other part over here. Look at that. You got the whole Thanos pose and everything going on in this. If you want to do a raid message, well, this here we're raiding. Right, spell it right. Give a shout out to Saki. I'm not gonna waste good. I'm not gonna waste the good meat, Ashley. I'm sorry. And nobody better clip that shit out of context, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take a nice steak and then fuck it up. If you look at the portraits, you see the character portraits even change like basically after they get killed off in either battle or a cutscene. So if you look at how the rider looks now, and then after this happens, look at his portrait again. They did put in little touches like that with the game. So Marvin, Rita, and that's a position, I guess. Just straight up ass up. The Chronicle searches these engraved histories for a pen that will rewrite them. You deserve to be indulged. It falls to thee to become Time's master and carve a path towards the future. Or at least it holds the settings, so that's good. I wonder if I can... The sand engulfed everything. Well, what do you mean when you say burning your steaks, Cody? Because there's burning, there's what Ashley does, which is an abomination, and a travesty, and a mockery. And then there's normal burning of stuff. Losing legs. Losing legs. Losing legs. You say fuck you? Asshole says fuck you. If you want to do a raid message, well, this here we're raiding. Right, spell it right. Give a shout out to Saki. If you look at the portraits, you see the character portraits even change like basically after they get killed off in either battle or a cutscene. So if you look at how the rider looks now, and then after this happens, look at his portrait again. They did put in little touches like that with the game. I'm not gonna waste the good meat, Ashley. I'm sorry. And nobody better clip that shit out of context, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take a nice steak and then fuck it up. Losing legs. You say fuck you? Asshole says fuck you. The Chronicle searches these engraved histories for a pen that will rewrite them. You deserve to be indulged. It falls to thee to become time's master and carve a path towards the future. Or at least it holds the settings, so that's good. I wonder if I can... The sand engulfed everything. And I can't leave. Damn, this dude still ass up? Seriously? And he even spreading it now? Look at that. You got the whole Thanos pose and everything going on in this. And it'll probably be a little bit before we get to a narration. Well, it'll be after this battle, so it shouldn't be too long. Well, what do you mean when you say burning your steaks, Cody? Because there's burning, there's what Ashley does, which is an abomination, and a travesty, and a mockery. And then there's normal burning of stuff. So Marvin, Rita, and that's a position, I guess. Yes. Straight up ass up. Well, what do you mean when you say burning your steaks, Cody? Because there's burning, there's what Ashley does, which is an abomination and a travesty and a mockery. And then there's normal burning of stuff. And if you look at the portraits, you see the character portraits even change like basically after they get killed off in either battle or a cutscene. So if you look at how the writer looks now, and then after this happens, look at his portrait again. They did put in little touches like that with the game. So Marvin, Rita, and that's a position, I guess. Yes. Straight up ass up. And it'll probably be a little bit before we get to a narration. Well, it'll be after this battle, so it shouldn't be too long. I'm not gonna waste the good meat, Ashley. I'm sorry. And nobody better clip that shit out of context, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take a nice steak and then fuck it up. Losing legs. You say fuck you. Asshole says fuck you. And I can't leave. Damn, this dude's still ass up. Seriously? And he even spreading it now? Look at that. You got the whole Thanos pose and everything going on in this. If you want to do a raid message, well, this here we're raiding. Right, spell it right. Give a shout out to Saki. The Chronicle searches these engraved histories for a pen that will rewrite them. You deserve to be indulged. It falls to thee to become time's master and carve a path towards the future. Or at least it holds the settings, so that's good. I wonder if I can... The sand engulfed everything. Well, what do you mean when you say burning your steaks, Cody? Because there's burning, there's what Ashley does, which is an abomination and a travesty and a mockery. And then there's normal burning of stuff. I'm not gonna waste good. I'm not gonna waste the good meat, Ashley. I'm sorry. And nobody better clip that shit out of context, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take a nice steak and then fuck it up. And it'll probably be a little bit before we get to a narration. Well, it'll be after this battle, so it shouldn't be too long. If you want to do a raid message, well, this here we're raiding. Right, spelled it right. Give a shout out to Saki. So Marvin, Rita, and that's a position, I guess. Yes. Straight up ass up. The Chronicle searches these engraved histories for a pen. They will rewrite them. You deserve to be indulged. It falls to thee to become Tyra's master and carve a path towards the future. Alright, at least it holds the settings, so that's good. I wonder if I can... The sand engulfed everything. Losing legs. Losing legs. Losing legs. You say fuck you. Asshole says fuck you. If you look at the portraits, you see the character portraits even change like basically after they get killed off in either battle or a cutscene. So if you look at how the writer looks now, and then after this happens, look at his portrait again. They did put in little touches like that with the game. And I can't leave. Damn, this dude still ass up? Seriously? And he even spreading it now? Look at that. You got the whole Thanos pose and everything going on in this. So Marvin, Rita, and that's a position, I guess. Yes. Straight up ass up. I'm not gonna waste the good meat, Ashley. I'm sorry. And nobody better clip that shit out of context because you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take a nice steak and then fuck it up. And if you look at the portraits, you see the character portraits even change like basically after they get killed off in either battle or a cutscene. So if you look at how the writer looks now, and then after this happens, look at his portrait again. They did put in little touches like that with the game. Losing legs. Losing legs. Losing legs. You say fuck you? Asshole says fuck you. Well, what do you mean when you say burning your steaks, Cody? Because there's burning, there's what Ashley does, which is an abomination and a travesty and a mockery. Alright, sorry about that. Hey, what's going on, Green? How you doing? And you're welcome for the shout out, Ghost. Yeah, same here. Getting a little Saturday action in real quick. Oh, hold on. Let's back that up a little bit. And let's also do this. Clear some of this up right now. There we go, that's a little bit better. And of course I just immediately get bodied. Stop missing. Sorry, I got distracted because I was getting my ass kicked. This is Seiken Densetsu 3. It's the original version of the game Trials of Mana that came out a couple years ago, the 3D version. This is what that's based on. But it never came out in the US. walked into a whole ass kicking just now, getting petrified and whatnot. Nice. I haven't played Diablo 2 in a very long time. I think it was one of like the first computer games I'd ever played, and like a friend of mine burned me a copy of it, or installed it on my computer at the time. Why am I getting my ass kicked? Back this up. And these dudes are all over. You can't go this way. I saw you. What were you playing last night? In fact. Alright, it. Well. You were playing. Damn, what was that last night? Get that correct this time. Okay, that's that should have worked. Oh shit, I didn't put too many. I accidentally hit that. Let's do that again. It's that the green, it trips me up. And not that kind of green. Fallout, that's
buddy,
what it
hold
was.
on. Oh shit.
Yeah, you were playing New Vegas last night. I was like, I know I saw
Oh.
I was playing. I was tripping, I can't freaking remember. No problem.
Oh shit.
That
Why do I keep getting...
was Dead Space 2. Yeah, let's see what's down here. And a whole lot of nothing. I have not played any Dead Space games. Oh, this is well, let's come back to that. And let's kick these dudes' ass real quick. I still haven't even finished Resident Evil 2 yet. I suppose I'll go back to camera when I do that. And these dudes need to fall quickly because they have that petrified bullshit. Oh yeah, I was definitely enjoying it. It's just I hadn't why am I getting my ass kicked? I hadn't finished it because I started using some other games. What the hell is going on? As a backdrop for like the economic and financial topics of discussion. All them in the French towns is getting me murdered out here. which I'll probably actually bring up. There is something that I've been looking into recently. This shouldn't be shade. I wouldn't think. I think this should be known. Yeah. There we go. I was saying shade doesn't seem like it would work there. And yeah, the spot's gone. I need to have like a economic conversation or financial conversation I want to discuss. I might actually finish with that once I find a save point. Alright, at least it didn't take. I'm getting my ass kicked again. It's taking a beating. Let's not do that. I need vitality because I am getting my whole ass beat right now. Let's go. Ooh, that was a hit. Probably about to have to use a walnut. Yep, let's do that before I incur much more damage at this rate. I don't even know if you can kill them before they turn into mature lizards. Damage. Yeah, I need to definitely be taking way less damage than I am. Thankfully, I am actually near the point of the first promotion. Oh, you bitch. Is that a counter? think there's any way to get over there. Yeah, there is not. Hey, what's going on, Hollow Century? How you doing today? Don't even worry about it. I actually is probably gonna pack it up in another half hour or so. Hey Emily, what's going on? You know what? I appreciate the effort you put in with that. Let me just go ahead and oh, he got that off. I don't think that'll kill though. He did a lot of damage though. Alright, thankfully he got the kill before he actually registered the damage, because that would have done a lot of damage. And then of course there's smoke traps, and of course I'm landing on one. Let's go ahead and clean that up. I'm only using these because I have like 40 more in storage. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a boss behind that little black opening right there into the darkness. So let's go ahead and do this. Alright, those I used to, those are only like $5 a piece. And let's see. Oh, there's not a boss. So glad I did not use the walnut, even though I'm gonna have to use it anyway. So I'm gonna have to cast a spell. But how are you doing today, Emily? And how are you doing today, Hollow? I know you said you had to dip out. I don't know if you already left though. Don't need that. Let's not do that. Ooh. That sounds a little rough. Is it just a sprain and not a break? Assuming they're gonna go get it in a cast. Oh, I forgot I need to let my phone charge. Yeah, that sounds like a sprint, and a break would probably be way more painful up front. Now sometimes you can get I guess you can get a smaller break or faster and not even really know that it's broken. At least the good thing is though that it's a wrist rather than like an ankle. So it doesn't really impede you too much. An ankle, that just kind of fucks up everything. And to answer your question, I am not doing too bad, Emily. Just been hanging out. Got a couple more things associated with the trip done. I do need to freaking go through my documents notebook and get my passport. That's got to be on my list of things to do. Or that is on my list of things to do this weekend. Thankfully, I have a 3-day weekend. Yeah, there's a... Ooh, there's 3Ds. It does like limit what you can do, but yes, you'll find out how severe it is soon enough. That's weird that it doesn't let me scroll backwards. Yeah, I needed a 3-day weekend, and it's just kind of like the perfect timing to get into the more serious phase of my exercise regimen. Could I use the last 5 weeks to kind of like gear up into getting into it? Alright, Hollow, since you got, I will catch you later. Why are there so many here? Damn. You're surrounded. Hopefully you get relatively good news considering the situation, Hollow. Why are you all missing? Ah. Let's see where this goes. Dead end, some enemies. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do with the 3-day weekend is finish fully preparing myself for my recomp period. He's about to grab somebody, is it? Nope. I mean, they do damage so fast. You're not just healer? What the hell happened to that? Makes the spell didn't go off? Yeah. Oh, Emily, I did send you a message that you may or may not be interested in. Just for pure curiosity's sake. I don't know wonder they may kick my ass. That's a level 15 enemy. Now surrounded by him. Yeah, let's get that defense up. Yeah, on Discord. This is just what I needed. Because I did not want to burn any more items. I got you, Green Knot. I set up my dishwasher like right at the beginning of the stream, so it's just about done now. Or sometime towards the beginning, like an hour or so ago. Yeah, I thought that might interest you a little bit. Obviously, like, it depends on the circumstances that you talked about, but yeah, let's see what's this one first. But still, I figured that would be a decent amount of, Oh, right, this is that part where it's like a little maze. And I'm gonna get my ass kicked again. Oh, she's been attacked, that's why. Oop, let's not do that. Let's do that first. And then when you're done doing that, let's do that. Berlin. No, apparently, yeah, this is the maze. It stops. Where it has layovers near where like Thousand Boy lives. So. Gonna have to get with him about that. Really, any German city was fine, or any major one, because it's like I said before, in large part the trip is a precursor to, so you can kill them if you do enough damage fast enough. It is a precursor to the Euros and the Olympics next year. And like being able to have an idea of where things are. Okay, let's not do that because you're taking too long. Basketball. Yo, what's going on, Splice? Yeah, basketball is easily. It's my favorite sport in general. And I need to heal because I have been getting my ass kicked again. How you doing today, Splice? Thank you. So you can heal yourself and not die. Like you almost did. And you healed the wrong person. Which one are you messing around with, Splice? Alright, so this is a dead end. That's good. Hey, what's going on, Meta? Nice. Before I forget, I should probably mention the community goal that referenced in the stream title. So since there's been a few more people that have been like bringing up me doing a cooking stream, I decided to turn it from an individual channel point thing to a community goal thing. So and there it is. And the plan is to, well, first of all, the plan is not get my ass kicked in this area, so let's try that. Just because the goal is there, no meta, you don't feel obligated to need to contribute to it though. I'm probably gonna end up nearly able to promote after this. But it's there's a particular reason why I titled it like that, and I was gonna have a Ratatouille picture for it, which I might still do later. But it's gonna be like, hey, you can actually make pretty impressive tasting or looking, really both I should say, not or, dishes with like pretty basic stuff. So like by and large the ingredients will be like mostly stuff that you can get at a Walmart or any kind of basic store, whatever that represents for whoever is watching. I am a little more particular with some of my vegetables and proteins, so those might be a little more like better quality than what you can get at a Walmart. But even then, it's probably if you have like a store that's a decent step like above a Walmart, like a Tom Thumb. Honestly, you can probably get like a decent amount of stuff there. Tom Thumb, Albertsons, I forget what they call it in other parts of the country, or like a seafood store if I'm making a seafood dish. That's kind of the whole goal. Hey, what's going on, Umby? How you doing today? And I already pretty much have an idea of what I'm gonna make. Not doing too bad. It's just try not to get wrecked in this game by these regular ass enemies. How about you? Are you making sure you actually getting some rest where you can take it? It's not gonna be a sandwich, Emily, much to your chagrin, I'm sure. Did you heal and then die? You really had to let out that heal and then die? You couldn't just die first? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. I still have that 40K thing I need to redeem since I bought this computer that I never did. Should probably do that at some point. I wonder if there's like a time limit on that, because I've had this for 2.5 months. Nearly 3. Or if I remember right, this is pretty close to the end of this whole pathway. So at the time I bought this computer, they had a promotion where you get like it was either a trial or a download of Warhammer 40K. Which I have not done yet, but it's like they send it to my email. So I know it's in there, I just haven't done anything with it yet. But I don't remember, I think it was, I want to say it was Vermintide, but I don't think that is correct. I know it's something Tide, it's either Vermintide or Dark Tide, I think. Let's see what's down here first. Alright, so that's just a dead end. Is this statue? Probably Dark Tide, yeah. Well, I'll take a look into whichever it is, and if I get it going on here, I will put it up so you can take a look at it at some point. Ah. Alright, then what's this way? Oh, you do play it? Alright, yeah, I knew there was a statue somewhere. That's better. Let's see how close I am to a level. Okay, not far. I didn't even know that was such a thing, that they did those crossovers. Items look decent. I don't think I need to restock anything. They get pretty decent experience. So I think I'll loop around here just a little bit and get up to 17. In fact, I might just do that little bit of grinding and then call it for the day. Rather than get caught up in another 30 minutes of story. The hell was that? Are these online decks or are these physical decks? Oh no, she was fine. Further box to getting smoked. Honestly, I haven't even really been keeping up. Like, I know they did a Westbrook trade. I forgot who they got back for it. I know who they got back was a better shooter than Westbrook. And he's more like conducive to fitting alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis. But honestly, I also just like, I don't like the construction of the Lakers being like dumb. Oh yeah, they got D'Lo. They got D'Lo back. That's what it was. I don't like the construction of the Lakers being so mercenary in design. And yeah, I forgot they got Rui from the Wizards, I believe. I mean, the team makes more sense now, but I still have the opinion that I did before, where like the Lakers have generally, until this point in time, like done a mixture of draft and free agency. And if they had like, if they went and picked up like one of the top 3 players in the league at the time, they still had like a bunch of homegrown talent with them. So I'm still kind of in on how they constructed this roster around LeBron. Like, Austin Reeves, like him, he's a pretty good, like, high energy guy for, and I think he actually has some pretty solid potential to be like a consistent 15, 18 point scorer probably. Oh, damn, got me. And I need to heal again because I am getting beat down. Yeah, it's just not a fan of like mercenary Lakers. Not to that degree. And I get like that's just kind of the way things have gone, and not necessarily just in the NBA, but still, it's like, I will say, like, despite all his movements, I am glad they did not get Kyrie, because like, that would have been a whole shit show if they would have got Kyrie like he seemed to have wanted. No, honestly, I had that conversation because I live in the Dallas area. I had that conversation with a coworker who, like, obviously he grew up in Dallas, so he's a big, like, Dallas home team kind of guy. Understandable. And we talk football, basketball, baseball, and I was just like, bro, I don't even know how. I'm like, could the Kyrie move work with the Mavs? Yes, because at least in terms of construction and talent, you have the pieces there. You have Luka, all-around talent. You have Kyrie score. You have Christian Wood. They give you what, like, even though he's gonna lose some shots to Kyrie, he could probably still give you about 16 and 10. You need Dwight Powell to step up to about 10 and 10. He's doing like what, basically 8 and 8 at the moment. So like the pieces are there, but I'm like, the problem is, how does Kyrie fit in mentally? And yeah, Luka has like, I guess it depends on how it's led. is going to be the real thing I'm saying. Because, yeah, Luka is talent-wise an established player. Like, that's not a question. But, like, you saw he wanted to be the leader in Boston. That didn't work. He effectively was the leader in Brooklyn, and that shit went haywire. And as him not being able to acquiesce to LeBron at the time is kind of why he ended up leaving Cleveland. So it's like, how does he take it that Luka is the best player and that this is his team? Or does he take it as, depending on how it progresses, does he start trying to like make it to where that is his team, or make overtures at the least? Because what should have happened with the Nets is Kevin Durant should have been the leader of the team in all aspects. Like, he's the best player, but he ceded that to Kyrie, and that's why things just broke down. So I knew what I said with this is, all right, especially since the Mavs haven't really done too much. They've gone to Western Conference Finals, obviously, but that might not be enough to placate Kyrie. But what I said is, all right, what the Mavs need to do is, obviously they just got Kyrie. And I think there's basically a 3-year like time frame with them. And I do think having Jason Kidd, really? I think having Jason Kidd will help, since the Mavs aren't really a fast break team. You had Kyrie, you had Christian Wood, and then Jason Kidd's leadership in that like sense of the game should be able to help them access transition more. And then you have to get Luka to drop, I think, about 10 pounds, or at least like drop 10, 12 of fat, add about 5 or 6 of muscle to kind of make up for the strength loss there. Because you need more defense from the Mavs. You have plenty of offense, but at some point you just need to be able to defend people. Ooh, damn, she's doing a lot of damage. But the way I look at it is, you have roughly 2.5, 3 years with Kyrie. Like, you can get to the Western Conference Finals and lose this year, and I don't think he like rocks the boat too much. I think next year you have to get into the finals, and win or lose, it doesn't really matter. The following year, so the third year, technically really 2.5 though, is you would have to win the finals with Kyrie at that point. I think any longer you risk like Kyrie doing Kyrie stuff and eroding the team. And that's why I say, like, the talent is there to do it, but it has to be like, okay, Luka, we need you to like bring more on the defensive end, especially since you don't have to save so much of your energy for offense now. Like, we're going to take this as effectively a 3-season process, and we need buy-in all around for this to work. And one of the better benefits of Kyrie would ideally be that having played with like LeBron for so long, having seen some of the way the Celtics organization runs, I don't really say about how the Nets organization runs, but at least having like played with Kevin Durant, and hopefully he brought some of the things he learned from Golden State. He's been around directly in winning organizations or tangentially near winning organizations. So if Kyrie can bring that with him, I think that helps just as much as his presence as a player. So we'll see how that goes. But alright, I hit my 3 hour and 15 minute mark. Yeah, exactly. Like, he has all the talent that you want in the world on the court. It's just, how does he manage that off the court? And how does the team have to manage him? And the fact that that's a conversation is, in and of itself, worrying. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they go about things. All right. So I think today we are going to read Nathan. Actually, no. You know what? I think we will raid Geneva. I'll see y'all. I was going to say in a nondescript later, but I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow if this whole quote-unquote cooking thing is going to happen. And no, Emily, it's not going to be a sandwich. So don't even ask about the sandwiches. But thanks for stopping by. Arthur, thanks for the raid. Phil, thanks for the follow. Thanks for anybody that dumped into the goal. It's already like 1/7 of the way there, so you're pretty much on pace to make it at the end of the 8 days you have available to you. So we'll see how that holds up tomorrow. Till then, I'll see you all later. Or tomorrow, I guess I should say. Oh, let me, I almost forgot, let me put it here so you can all see where we're going in case you're on mobile and get left behind. I don't know if it'll work if I do it directly here. No, it doesn't like to work.
Here? There it was.
Okay, dope. Well, that's who we're gonna rate. She's a friend of Moss Bios, if you know her. Alright, them, sorry. She was doing this whole like Alan Silvestri kick. He's a composer, and she was basically going through movies that he had composed in streaming and Discord. I think she just finished that. But there's movies like Predator, Predator 2, Parent Trap. There's crap ton of movies that he's done. And then she also plays a bunch of older games. Sometimes she does art as well. So now I've told you where, in case you get left behind. Now we can go over there. That felt good. And I don't really have a raid message, so here, let's do that. Or there you go. There's your raid message if you want a raid message.